Faithful. This is Voice of a Niner Faithful, and I'm your host, Jason. And it's time for Instant React to the San Francisco 49ers defeating the Seattle Seahawks 17-13. Now, this is definitely a little off from my prediction. I predicted 27-14, but it's still a win. I'm going to go with it. We definitely need to get some stuff better, get some stuff, fix some things. I think Purdy, the 2 interceptions he threw under duress. I think he was trying to do more than he needed to. And I think they'll watch the tape and they'll say, hey, look, one of them for sure, he could have thrown under or even thrown away. Yeah, I think he was trying to just put too much on his shoulders as usual. So other than that, he did pretty good. I was let's see, got it up on my screen behind me here. I'll bring it up. How's that? Let's hope don't get any of those wonderful things for copyright and all that. Let me bring this up. Hold on. Okay, so Purdy, 26-35 for 2 TDs and 2 interceptions. Sam Darnold only had 150 yards. He did okay. I mean, I wouldn't call it great possessions that he had, but 277 yards, I'm good with that. I'm okay with that. The 2 interceptions, again, he rushed it. I think he put it too much on his shoulders on those, thinking he needed to get the ball downfield. He'll learn from that. It's first game of the season. McCaffrey, 69 yards rushing, and he actually had over 100 yards combined rushing and passing. So normal Christian McCaffrey. It was just a little scare right before the game started. A couple days before the game started, everyone panicked. Oh my God, it's all right. It's all good. He's good. He did a good job today. I'm happy with it. Ricky Pearsall. I wish he would have got a TD. But 108 yards, first game as a starter. I don't know, did he start those last 2 games? I think he actually did. So maybe not his first 100-plus yard day as a starter, but good way to start off the season. 108 yards receiving, only 4 receptions, 108 yards. Holy crap. I like me some Ricky Pearsall. Nick Bosa, 1 sack. I almost thought that fumble at the end there was a sack, but I don't know if they counted that as his sack because he pushed the defender into Sam Darnold, and that's what knocked the ball out. So Sam Darnold really didn't get sacked, but Nick Bosa with the fumble recovery, awesome. It's a good thing. Nick Bosa is there. Fred Warner, 8 tackles, 4 of them solo. I got to give some kudos to Love on the Seahawks side. 8 solo tackles, 10 tackles, 8 solo. That guy was on fire. That's going to be a tough one, tough person to deal with week 18. Hopefully it's a week that we can just say, oh, we'll just put in our backups in that game. That would be nice, wouldn't it? But yeah, that guy's on fire. I also liked what I saw from Upton Stout. They definitely went after him, knowing he's a rookie. And yeah, there were some plays he could definitely learn to clean up. But he still played really good football. I think he's going to be an awesome player for the future of the organization. it was just plain awesome. Let's see what full box score it gives me. Here we go. Sky Moore, that I wasn't thrilled with Sky Moore. He didn't lose it. He fumbled that ball, but he got it back, and yeah, that was his issue with Kansas City too. So maybe he cleans that up a little bit. Nick Bosa obviously recovered one. Marquise Siegel, another rookie. Marquez Siegel is awesome. He did so good in the preseason. This is just showing how good he can be. This is awesomeness. Let's see, who else do we got? D. Winters. D. Winters. Oh my. D. Winters is definitely showing that he can be a good replacement in that linebacker room for Dre Greenlaw. Yes, I'm sad Dre Greenlaw left. I wish he didn't leave, but he did. D. Winters this game and the preseason shows that he can cover that position. Demo, the penalty I wasn't happy with, but otherwise he did all right. The other thing that I think they need to work on is the offensive line. They could have definitely done better. There were they were really hammering in on Purdy that whole game. So the offensive line needs some work. I'm happy that Trent Williams, he went out and then he came back in. That was good. Same with Pooney. He went out. He came back in. That's good. And I think throughout the season they'll get better and better. Alfred Collins and Michael Williams, both, they did okay for their starting game. They'll get better again too. Overall, I think the team did really good, except for Jake Moody. I have to tell you, I really wanted, I'm going to flip this off now and come back. I really wanted Jake Moody to start the season good. I really was hoping that it was just a little jitters during preseason, but I know the blocked punt really wasn't on him. So our special teams coordinator needs to work on that. But it was still a blocked punt. It was still a doink off the uprights on a gimme kick. I think John Lynch should have been by halftime on the phone getting another kicker. Just that simple. I'm sorry. I feel for Jake Moody. That injury last year really knocked him out. It's pretty much what it did. Before the injury, he had only missed one. After the injury, it's been totally downhill for the guy. And I really feel for him. I do. Trying to get your confidence back in this game is one of the toughest things to do. And unfortunately, it doesn't look like Moody has done it. We need a reliable kicker. And unfortunately, Jake Moody does not appear to be it. I don't know how much longer that the team is going to keep saying, yes, we still got his back. We still have faith in him. it didn't look like they had a whole lot of faith in him during the game if you saw Shanahan after both of those kicks. And the fact that they went for fourth downs when they shouldn't have had to. So, it's wow. Something needs to change. I hate to say it, but it does. The defense, change subjects, defense really did a great job. All the young players did great. All the stars did great. We were wondering how all these young players and rookies were going to be on the defensive side of the ball. We held Seattle just 13 points. I thought it was going to be our offense that was going to hold us into this. It was our defense that held us into this game. So congrats to the whole of the defense. The offense did okay. I thought they were going to do better. But we'll hear about the injuries that have happened. George Kittle, hamstring. How bad of a hamstring is it? Or were they just trying to play it safe? All right, you got a little bit of a hammy. Let's just hold you out the rest of the game. It's just the first game of the season. Maybe it's something just to, hey, let's play cautious. Hold you out for the rest of the game. You'll come back next week. We don't know that yet, but that's what I'm hoping. Let's not get all our collective panties in a bunch. Let's not do that. JJ. He had the one really good catch, first and Juwan as usual. And then he got hurt. But it's a different, looked like an arm or shoulder injury, something like that. You saw him on the sidelines when they panned to him, and it looked like, he had the thing on his arm, and he even looked like he was wincing pretty good. So this isn't his calf injury, which he was dealing with in the off-season, preseason. This was more than that. So we'll see how that goes. And I'm sure I think there were a couple other minor injuries throughout the game, but Kittle and JJ are my two big concerns right now. Hopefully, it's just minor stuff. Hopefully, they'll be back shortly. Hopefully, by next week, especially Kittle. But at least there was Tonjes. I thought for sure that touchdown, I thought for sure Purdy was just trying to throw it away. And Tonjes comes up with it. That was awesome. Tonjes definitely deserves to stay on the team the rest of the year. No putting him on the practice squad or nothing. He's on. Tonjes earned his money today. I'm hopeful that he won't need to do that often, but I'm glad he was there. First game of the season. We beat a division rival. I don't think any of the other teams in our division. Let me look. See what the scores were. I think the Cardinals won. All right. So as I am filming this, Broncos are they're about to win against the Titans. It's 41 seconds and 20-12, and they have the ball. Buccaneers won. Bengals won by a point. Several close games, except for the Colts game. Colts killed the Dolphins. Unfortunately, the Raiders won. Cardinals, yes. Cardinals did beat the Saints 20-13. Steelers beat the Jets. I got to give credit where credit is due. Aaron Rodgers did look pretty decent. But so did Justin Fields with the Jets. This wasn't a loss for Justin Fields. This was a loss for the Jets defense. The Commanders beating Cowboys. Yeah, not Cowboys, Giants. Jaguars beating the Panthers with their delay that they had. The Rams. There it is. Rams beat the Texans. So far, the Rams have won, the Cardinals have won, and the 49ers have won. But we should be on top of the division after week 1 because we beat a division rival. So it's a good way to start the season. Next week, we take on the Saints. I think if they play like they played against the Cardinals, it's actually going to be a little tougher. I mean, they started out okay, but then they kind of died out. We'll see how that goes. I think we should win that one. I'll give my predictions later in the week before the game, maybe this Friday or Saturday. And we'll move on. But no matter what you think of the game, yes, there were definitely things that we need to improve on. But we got the win. We got the W. And we got it against the division rival. If we can get a win against the Cardinals, week 3, win against LA, week 5, by week 11, we play. I think we play the Rams again on week 11. Nope, that's the Rams play the Seahawks out. We play the Cardinals again on week 11. We play the Rams again. Let me see if I can find it. We play the Rams week 10. So, week 1, week 3, week 5, week 10, week 11. After week 11, if we pull it off, we could be up 5 games in the division. And I think they are all winnable. We can do it. And that will prompt us, I think, to get into the playoffs. Win our division first. That's the biggest thing. Then if we can actually win the NFC, that would be even better. And then win the Super Bowl, the top of the ball, the top of the pyramid, everything. I think we have a chance. And yes, I'm not saying that just because we won week 1. It wasn't the greatest week 1 in the world. But we did. We did win week 1. So let's take the win. Let's enjoy the rest of our weekend and our week. And get ready to go against the Saints on the road. This again, hey, there's another thing that it was a road win. Another good thing. So, with that said, quick review. We won, and I just hit that again, hit the wrong button on my screen. We won 17-13. Brock Purdy, 277 yards passing, 2 TDs, 2 interceptions. Again, he'll work on that. And it's a great weekend. Great week, great game. Happy for the win. We'll figure out the injuries throughout the week, see how they're doing. Hopefully it's all minor stuff. And move on to the Saints. You guys all have a wonderful rest of your week. And go Niners.